Hello students. So today we have to see the next principle, that is impulse momentum principle. So previous uh, in last two lectures we have seen the D'Alembert principle and work energy principle. Now we'll see what is meant by the impulse momentum principle. So as we know, so D'Alembert principle, we know that summation F minus ma summation F minus ma is equal to 0. Okay, summation F minus ma is equal to 0. So this D'Alembert principle we have to use to find either acceleration or tension. Okay, then next one we have seen that work energy principle, and the mathematical equation for work energy principle is summation F into S, that is total work done, is equal to change in kinetic energy, that is half mv square minus half mu square. So such type of problem is used if we have if asked to find either displacement or velocity. Okay, now the next principle we are seeing, that is impulse momentum principle, that is summation F into T is equal to change in momentum, that is mv minus mq. Now this principle is used if it is asked to find either time or velocity. Understand? So we have seen this D'Alembert principle as well as the work energy principles. So in that, what we are doing here, first we have to draw the free body diagram of the body. Okay, and the next part we have to apply what, equation of dynamic equilibrium. Okay, and at the last we have to calculate what, net force. Okay, after calculating net force, then we have to apply either D'Alembert principle, work energy principle. In similar manners, we have to use what, impulse momentum principle. Okay, if it is asked to find time or velocity. Okay, so first we'll see what is mean by the impulse. See, it is a product of force F and time interval t, during which it is applied to the body. So impulse is given by the formula F into T, and if it is if you see the SI unit, it is Newton second. Okay. The next is momentum. Momentum is nothing but it is a product of mass and velocity of a body in motion. So we know that linear momentum is mass into velocity, and the SI unit for this is Newton meter per second. Okay. Now the impulse momentum principle. What is the statement for impulse momentum principle? The impulse of force F during time interval t is equal to change in linear momentum of the body in motion under the action of that force. Understand? Again, I repeat the same statement. The impulse of a force F during time interval t is equal to, understand, impulse of a force F means F into T. Now we have to take here net force. So summation F into T is equal to change in linear momentum of the body. Change in linear momentum of the body means the final momentum minus initial momentum. That is summation f into t is equal to what? Mv minus mu. Now most of the time there is a question that is state and explain the impulse momentum principle. So you have to write the statement, then you have to draw this, you have to write this mathematical equation, and then you have to go for explanation. This is the explanation part. That is, so we know that Newton's second law, F is equal to ma. So for acceleration I am putting dv by dt. So this dt come on this side. So we get f dt is equal to m dv. So now integrating on the both sides, and from that, okay, we'll get ft is equal to m v2 minus m in bracket v2 minus v1. So ft means total impulse is equal to what? Final momentum minus initial momentum. That is impulse is equal to change in momentum. That is, I can write as summation f into t is equal to mv minus me. Okay, so we know that what summation m is the net force. Net force we have to calculate in the direction of acceleration. So the way we have to solve the problems using D'Alembert principle and the work and energy principle, in the same manner we have to solve the problem using impulse momentum principle. Okay, so now we'll see the next part problem. See here, a block of weight 1500 Newton acted upon by 300 Newton force. What time will elapse, okay, before the block reaches velocity of 16 meter per second starting from rest? Now, if 300 Newton force is then removed, how much longer will block continues to move? Calculate mu is equal to 0.1, it is given. So here we have to solve this problem in two parts. The first part is a block with 300 Newton force. Okay, when the force is 300 Newton force is applied on the body. Okay, after this block attaining velocity of 16 meter per second. Okay, after that what happened? The 300 Newton force is we have to remove. Means we have to draw the first free body diagram of with 300 Newton force, and second again we have to draw free body diagram of body but without this 300 Newton force. So here starting from rest means initial velocity is 0 and final velocity is 16 meter. Final velocity is 16 meter per 16 meter per second. Now we have to draw the free body diagram. This is a block of weight 1500 Newton. Then it is acted upon by this 300 Newton force. The acceleration is towards right. Okay. Now this is the reaction R offered by this horizontal surface. The weight is always acting vertically downward, and this is a frictional force in opposite of acceleration. So the first, as usual, the apply condition of dynamic equilibrium. So from summation Fy is equal to 0, we have to calculate reaction R, and from the reaction we have to calculate frictional force. So we'll get the frictional force 150 Newton. Now the net force. Now the net force in the direction of acceleration, so we will get 300 minus Fr. Okay, 300 minus Fr. Now we have to apply what? Impulse momentum principle. So we know that the impulse momentum principle summation F into T is equal to mv minus mu. Understand? So summation F in net force given 300 minus Fr into T, that we have to calculate. Okay, that is what time will elapse means we have to calculate time is equal to, now the weight is given, so here mass, so 1500 divided by 9.81 into the final velocity is here 16, so I am taking here 16. minus 0. Here initial velocity 0, initial velocity 0 because of it starting from rest. So 0. So we have to put the value. So we will get the time, that is 16.30 seconds. That time will require for the block to reach from initial velocity from 0 to 16 meter per second. Now after reaching the velocity of 16 meter second, the 300 Newton force is we have to remove. Okay. So this is the second free body diagram. Now this 300 Newton force is removed. Okay. If I draw the free body diagram, this is the weight which is acting vertically downwards. This is normal reaction R. Okay, and this is frictional force. Now this there is a no 300 Newton force because this force is removed. Now for this case, now the initial velocity is 16. Okay, because after reaching the velocity 16 meter, the 300 Newton force is removed. So initial velocity is 16 and final velocity is 0 because after removing this force 300 Newton force, after some time this block will be stopped. Okay, now this time we have to calculate that at what time the block will be at rest. Okay, so apply again condition of equilibrium. So summation Fy is equal to 0 is equal to R minus 1500 is equal to 0. So from that we have to calculate reaction R, then from that frictional force Fr. So we will get frictional force 150. Now what is the net force here in the direction of acceleration? Only this Fr minus Fr. So minus Fr. Now I apply impulse momentum principle. So summation F into T is equal to mv minus mu. So summation F net force is minus Fr into T is equal to 0. Now see here final velocity 0. So I'm putting it 0 minus 1500 divided by 9.81 into 16. Now here initial velocity is 60. So from that we will get what? This time T 16.30 second. Means when the body reaches at velocity 16 and if the 300 Newton force is removed, what happened? After time 16.30 second, the body will come at rest. Understand? So in this way, we have to solve problem using impulse momentum principle. Now next problem is a body of weight 130 Newton on inclined plane having slope 5 in 12 moves down with velocity 2.4 meter per second. What will be its velocity 5 seconds later? Take mu is equal to 0.3. Now we are given the weight 130 Newton. Okay, so theta, the slope is given 5 by 12. Okay, so this theta we have to calculate by tan of inverse 5 by 12. So we will get what? 22.61. Okay, and time 5 seconds. Okay, now we have to calculate what? Velocity. Now where initial velocity u is this 2.4 meter per second. Okay, now this is the block, it is moving downward, means the acceleration is downward. So if you draw the free body diagram here, this is the block, the acceleration downward. Okay, this weight and this weight is resolved 130 sine 22.61, 130 cos 22.61. This is a frictional force in opposite of acceleration. This is normal reaction R. Now the free body diagram is complete. Okay, now I apply condition of dynamic equilibrium. So from summation Fy is equal to 0, R minus 130 cos 22.61 is equal to 0. So from that we will get reaction R. From reaction R we have to use frictional force, that is 36. Now we have to calculate what? Net force. Summation F is equal to net force. The net force will be this 130 sine 22.61 minus Fr. Understand? So apply now impulse momentum principle. We know that summation F into T is equal to mv minus mv. Now we have to put net force 130 sine 22.61 minus FR into T is equal to mv minus mu. Now the weight is given, so this we are taking in terms of mass, so 130 divided by 9.81 into V, that we have to calculate, minus 0, okay, minus, sorry, here we have to take 130 by 9.81 into initial velocity is 2.4 meter per second, okay. So here we'll get 130 by 9.81 into 2.4. Here we'll get 31.80. Okay, so from that minus, sorry, minus 31.80. Okay, so from that 13.97 into 5, 69.85 plus this 30.81, this minus will come here, so it will plus 31.8, so 101.65, okay, divided by 13.25, so it will become, this velocity will become, the velocity will be 7.67 meter per second. Understand? The next is determine the time required for two blocks as shown in figure at tens velocity of 10 meter per second. What is the tension in the cord? Take mu is equal to 0.2 for both the planes and pulleys to be frictionless. Understand? So now this is two blocks, 300 Newton and 270 Newton. So the angle, the acceleration for this block is downward because of this 60-degree angle, and for this block is upward. Okay. So first we'll draw free body diagram for 300 Newton block. So this is tension, normal reaction R. This is weight component, 300 cos 30, 300 sin 30. This is the acceleration, and acceleration we have to show here friction. Okay. Now we are given the velocity 10 meter per second. Understand? The velocity v is given what? 10 meter per second, and here initial velocity we have to take 0. So from summation Fy is equal to 0, we have to calculate normal reaction R, and from that we have to calculate frictional force Fr. So now we have to calculate net force. This is T minus 300 sin 30 minus Fr. So I apply impulse momentum principle. So summation F into T is equal to mu minus mu. So T minus 300 sin 30 minus Fr into T, that T we have to calculate, is equal to 300 by 9.81 into 10 minus 0. So from that we have to get the first equation. Tt is equal to 201.96 T plus 305.81. similar equation we have to derive from this free body diagram. Okay, now we have to draw free body diagram for this 270 Newton force. See here, this is the weight component, 270 cos 60, 270 sin 60. Now the acceleration is downward, this is normal reaction R, the tension is upward, and this is frictional force Fr. Okay, now apply condition of dynamic equilibrium. Summation Fy is equal to 0, R minus 270 cos 60 is equal to 0. From we will get reaction R. From reaction we have to calculate frictional force Fr, and then we have to calculate net force, that is plus 270 sin 60 minus T minus Fr. Then apply impulse momentum principle. Summation F into T is equal to mv minus mu. So 270 sin 60 minus T minus Fr into T is equal to, the weight is given, so 270 by 9.81 into 10 minus 0. So again we will get second equation, Tt is equal to 206.82 T minus 275.22. Now the tension is common, so we have to equate these two equations. So from that we will get the time 119.5 per second, time required for two blocks, and tension T is equal to 204.15 Newton tension in the core. Understand? So whenever if it is asked to find time and the velocity, then we have to use impulse momentum principle. So for that simple we have to draw the free body diagram, then we have to show all the forces, then we have to apply dynamic equilibrium, and then we have to calculate what net force, and then we have to apply impulse momentum principle. So in this way we have to solve problem using impulse momentum principle. Thank you. If you have any doubts, okay, you can call me so I can clear your notes.